It was the last day of the three-day conference that brought together 54 education ministers and experts who gathered in Nairobi. It was a conference that brought to fore the grim reality that education standards in Africa is wanting, as many children continue to miss class.
However, regrettable that progress has been slow, indeed as reflected in the poor implementation of the SDGs. Countries are struggling to meet the education for all goal, and only 7 countries in Africa have so far achieved universal primary enrollment.
It is here that President Uhuru Kenyatta took the moment to rally key implementers in Africa to improve investment and align their policies to guarantee universal education for all.
As a first step, we must therefore ensure that Africa has the answer to the question why almost half our children are out of school. What remains is to implement then these solutions and to also forge partnerships with each other and with our friends like UNESCO.
He challenged the African continent to tailor the education system to realize Sustainable Development Goal number 4.
The education systems must provide solutions to the many problems in the continent. This may not happen if Africa continues to host the largest number of children out of school globally.
Present Education Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed said the outcome of the conference is expected to offer recommendation for adoption and significantly contribute toward the advancement of Agenda 2063 and achievement of the African Union vision of the Africa we want.
We had the 2 days of technical meetings. The technical meeting has come up with a draft Nairobi Declaration, which we are going to actually look at for consideration, for approval by the ministers this afternoon, after which we will adopt it.
It's need for us to move with UNESCO, speak on the SDG goal, align it with the CESA, for us to be able to make it implementable at member states so that we can speak education, whether from early childhood to basic education to primary education.
Professor Sarah Anyang Abu, the AU Commissioner for Human Resources, Science and Technology, urged African nations to invest more in science technology. The conference brought together education ministers from 54 African nations, United Nations and AU agencies, among other education stakeholders. Linus Moshugadi for Channel 1 News.